everyone, welcome to the channel for new battle report. So I did another tournament. The team, the people from Spain, so we have Infernal, they decided to organize another short tournament before ETC, which is great news, and obviously I had to take part to that. Unfortunately I wasn't able to play the game 1 because my opponent wasn't available, so we jumped to game 2 where I'm paired against Kanka. He's playing Vermin Swarm. This was my list, you know it already, and this is my opponent's list. So we have very usual Vermin Swarm type of list. We have 3 blocks, lot of strong character. Then he elected to play a lot of weapon thief instead of the 2 cannons, and then more Shadowfield Stalker. We obviously have the 3 ambushing Legionary Drill team, the 2 Stygian, so very classic Vermin Swarm list. I think the only choice that he made is not to play the cannon, which is something you can pick, and then he had a bit more point for the assassin and other stuff. We were playing all the center, and I got Unleash the Big Guns, so I need to put my unit in 2 train that I elect out of at least partially outside of my deployment zone at the end of the battle, and he has Workers 1, so is to have more scoring unit in the center, so it's like all the ground basically. And we got Bottleneck, which is big center or big flank. Below you have the spell selection for both of us. Matchup analysis, yeah, the opponent has a classic ambush Vermin Swarm list, so nothing unusual here. The primary should be to my advantage. I think the NAFTA are a death zone for those blocks, Vermin Swarm blocks, because I wound him on 2 up, so it's like 10 guys dead each time I shoot with NAFTA. So if you have both shooting at 1 unit, it's half of the unit gone, basically like that. My secondary is definitely possible. His seems hard because it's linked to the primary, and I felt, yeah, the primary is to my advantage. Path to victory, for me, take control of the center, do range damage obviously to reduce a bit his block, and then there is no big risk for me. For him, find a way to engage with almost full unit and try to surprise me with his ambush. Obviously, starting is often good on the center, but here we also have a very interesting choice here with Bottleneck and the map that you can give an impassable to your opponent and have the big center. And also something to take into consideration, both players can minimize the turn 1 of the opponent, so we can easily be out of shooting range of the turn 1 of the opponent and make the turn 1 of the opponent a bit of lackluster. So I think it's a key aspect of this matchup, and I'm going to talk a bit more about it, because I think it's quite central. So on one side I want to start to do damage, obviously start to hurt his weapon team and get board control, which is key on all the ground, all the center. But on the other side, the map is giving a good help with the impassable in the middle of the map, and also Bottleneck, which brings you very close to the center even when not starting. And then you can add to that the minimization factor, that if you are not starting, you can easily minimize your opponent, but that also means you're going to lose that map control. So the map factor is even bigger for the people starting. So it was a bit of a choice between those two. At the end, I won the roll, so I had to make that choice, and I will show you in a second what I did do. And my estimation was positive. I feel that I have a range damage tool to hurt him, and my dwarf unit are quite solid, so I felt this is slightly positive for the Infernal Dwarves. Deployment wise, so I let him pick the side. I elected to start. I felt starting is better for me, and I felt the impassable is not much of a problem. And the fact that he has the big center, I'm going to start and get board control and start to do damage, start to hurt him. So I felt that's going to be better for me. We'll discuss about that at the end of the battle, if it was the right choice or not. I elected to drop everything center left because I picked those 2 train for my Unleash the Big Guns. So my thought process is he's very strong with his ambush. He picked the 3 in the middle here to ambush. So I felt I'm going to block those 2 and basically establish a strong battle line while taking control of the center with here my 2 NAFTA thrower plus the Luga as a support unit. Those guys also pushing the flank, and basically I put all my vassal units. So I was a bit afraid of his weapon team doing NAFTA thrower against my flammable vassal levies, weakness flaming they have. So I just thought I put them back, and they are just going to zone the hill, and then at some point I'm going to jump the bow vassal on the hill to score my secondary and just avoid him to be able to ambush around this hill because 3 units will be looking at him. That was the idea, and then play with the dwarf unit to take control of the center. So that's basically my game plan. My opponent elected to minimize, so he hide the weapon team behind the legendaries and then put the legendaries far away to not give me any pyro flow on turn 1, and then the other unit also move far away. But then he elected to vanguard a bit forward. At first he wanted to minimize my artillery, and then he vanguarded, which gave me a range, so I was a bit surprised at that. My turn 1, you see his vanguard move, so I push with my dwarf block and I stay back with my vassal levies block, basically, like I told you. Magic Phase, get a cage of amber on the canister on the right. I want to take rid of those guys because they are dangerous for my dwarfs. He dispel the cage, then I get fireball, I do 3 wounds, so I kill 1 model. Hereditary got cast on 2 dice on those guys, which is good news because it's a token, and it's the, I forgot to mention, but here, I think here was the flaming guy, here was another captain, here you have like general, mage, BSB, and that's about it, yeah. And then I got with the rocket battery, I was able to shoot at those guys. I had a range, and I only do 2 wounds, so 4 plus 2 plus. Expected a bit more, but still it's good start. 5 wounds on the canister. He passes his check, move to his turn 1, so he moved out of the way with 2 of his units. Remember, he has plenty of stuff in ambush. You have 3 teams of Shadowfield Stalker, you have the 2 Stygian that started in ambush, and now you have 2 blocks, so I have a total of 8 units out of the table. So basically I'm facing almost nobody and just waiting to see what's going to do. Okay, interesting. What stays on the map is the mage unit, and those guys start to move to the flank to basically come and threaten my vassal levies, but I measured that he would need multiple movement phase to reach me, so for the moment I'm fine. In the magic phase, I got hereditary 1 wound on the Lugar, failed the smite, and I dispel the big one. Pistol did 2 wounds to my immortal despite the resistant flaming, so that was a good start for him. My turn 2, yeah, I make like a reception committee for him, so basically 3 units looking at the middle, and then 4 units looking at the left, thinking, okay, you can try to come, I'm waiting for you, we will see what you're going to do. In the magic phase, I'm going to target the weapon team on the left who do the flaming shots. So I'm going to get a pyro flow on one of them, do 3 wounds, going to be shaken, then it dispel the cage, and I failed the fireball on 2 dice. Rocket battery, I think, did some wound on the bunker, but the rest was out of range, if I recall correctly. He's turn 2, and a lot of things come out of the table. So out of the 3 black fur, only 1 comes out. Then he got the Stygian, he got the 2 block coming off the board. Okay, we'll see how that goes. So basically put each time a unit in front of me, and then he tells me deal with me, basically, and he completely ignored the left flank. I think here I slightly misjudged with the general unit, could have been looking that way, still do magic here, but I think on the left, first of all, it's more important to protect the center due to all the ground, and second of all, I think if he comes to the left, still 3 vassal unit is dangerous enough, so I think my other unit of Immortal should have been looking a bit more this way to threaten the flank. I think he would have still ambushed a similar way, but he would have to put baby bot a bit more frontal, which actually doesn't change that much, but that's something I could have done to maybe threaten a bit more, but I don't think it would have changed a lot. It would have still taken the same position, and I don't think maybe that threatened me a bit more with double charge of double immortal. I don't know if that's too much or not, but definitely my play is more to shoot than to go into the combat too soon. Magic phase, he got Rain of Fire, and I will forget all game long that, and my opponent as well, that Rain of Fire is doing flaming damage, so he would have to reroll those flaming 2-up to wound on me, which can from time to time make him a 1 to wound and then change a little bit. It's not a major, but something to keep in mind. And I recall about the other flaming that he had with the pistol and the NAFTA. Anyway, so he killed, yeah, like Immortal, some Lugar. Then I dispelled the -1 to wound with my 4 dice against history shooting. He did 3 wounds to my Lugar. And he managed to rally on 5 on top, which is yeah, a bit of a blow for me because I expected him to flee and come close to the end of the board and then not rally, and that would have been something I deal with without casting any more spell on them. But won't happen. Okay, my turn 3. So I go into a plan to deal with his aggression. So I sacrifice the Lugar in front of them. He has 2 charge here, he has a 6 here to try to make it a triple charge, maybe get another run, but that's a bit tricky and not easy to reach. So I'm fine with that, I couldn't be further away. Then I put this Immortal in front of him. I have 1-2 rocket battery, looking at him, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. He did 1 wound to himself with a Rain of Fire, so I only need 4 wounds to kill him. So that's definitely okay. 8 shot on 4+, wounding on 3s, should be enough. Then we have the 2 Nafta looking at this unit, so I want to manage this one first. And Vassal Levies in position for the left flank, so like I said, I also jump my BSB in there to not be targetable by his assassins. And he basically can start to shoot at me. I'm ready for that, I'm in range of BSB General, so that should be fine. Let's go into magic and shooting. Dragon Roar got obviously Dispel, I got Pyro Flow. Into those rats I kill 8, so that's a good start. I got a Fireball, I kill another 3. So again, that's a good start, and now I have double Nafta to shoot him. And Nafta going to disappoint me. I roll a 1 on one of those Nafta, and the other one is going to only kill 5. It's 15 on 2+. So it's like, I don't know, 12, and then he has like a 6 up, so yeah, like I said, it's like 10 dead, and here I only do 5, so instead of expected kills between 15 and 20, I got only 5, so that's not what I wanted, and make the situation a bit more risky, but then the rocket battery will not disappoint and do as expected, kill the Stygian. His turn, I get into 2 charges, go into this combat and go into this one against the Lugar. He pops with the rest of his unit, get the Stygian behind the hill, the 2 other units of Shadowfell Stalkers, try to be annoying for me. Okay, nothing comes close to the hill, so I need to now redeploy my Vassal Levies to be more relevant. In the magic phase, he's going to get... and also he attempted the charge on 6, but didn't make it here. Was obviously a bit scary for me, but yeah, nothing I could really do about it. Could have gave him another run then. But yeah, sometimes you have to take that. He got Rain of Fire, did some wounds, then the Smite did nothing in the center. I dispelled the -1 to wound, obviously. The Flamethrower killed 3 of my Immortal to my flank, so I was surprised by that, because I've got resistance and then the 3 up. But okay, and he didn't hit me on the left on the Vassal Levies, so I think I'm going to take that, definitely. The combat, he killed the Lugar, I have 1 surviving, do some attack and then die. And the left one, actually I won combat by 1. I didn't do that much because there hasn't so many guys left. I did good, it's hard for him to wound me. And basically I win by 1, and he elected, yeah, he was able to stick on that one. So okay, not too bad. Now I have the counter charge, so he reform obviously. My turn 4, I counter charge only with the BSB, thinking I'm going to get rid of those guys, and that's going to be it. I reposition those Immortal in front of him to just, yeah, shoot with some Nafta and again block him. I reposition my levies back in the game to go towards the center and obviously threaten a bit his backline. So I forgot to mention, but on his turn 3, since he got rid of my Lugar that were within 9 of the center, I only got 1 scoring, he got 2, so it's 1-0 for him on all the center. I reposition on the left my general unit to basically target those guys. I want to get rid of them as soon as possible and also shoot with the rocket battery here. He repositioned this guy a bit in the back to avoid here that I can see him. That was the previous turn. And then I push on the left, try to get towards the hill. In the magic phase, I'm going to get very good magic phase. I get Pyro Flow, 4 dice against 5. I one-shot those guys. That's great news. And then 4 dice against 2. I'm going to get a Dragon Roar on those guys here. In the Immortal in front of 2 units. So that's really a key spell that I really wanted to get. So quite happy about that. To be honest, I would have been fine with him dispelling just the Pyro Flow. I think he would have deserved that. And then I just get the Dragon Roar was for me the most important here. So yeah, quite happy about that. Rocket Battery. I do 4 wounds to the Stygian, so he's still alive on 1 wound. And then I do also 4 wounds on the weapon team and is going to be shaken, so that's really nice for me. Naftator killed 9 rats and didn't disappoint this time. And then I also got Dragon Roar, does another 6 rats, so that's very good for me. Close combat, I break him, he's going to flee only, and I kill the drill team, is only going to flee with his captain, and I reform. And I also made, with my unit of general in front of the BSB, impossible for Stygian to charge my BSB, basically. Okay, on his turn, so we had the charge in the back of my Immortal here on 5 or 6. But yeah, I had the counter charge and I wasn't likely to break. And he could also, by double charge me, try to overrun into them, so he elected to go for that. And instead he attempted to charge here in the flank. I had 9 rollable terror check. And then I had a counter charge and I'm going to be steady, steadfast, so I was fine with that, to be honest. But he failed that charge, I think it was a 4-up, no reroll, okay. Yeah, here I got rid of those guys with the Pyro Flow, and the other one are shaken, so that I got rid of the Nafta, so now my vassal can play a bit more. All good. Yeah, there is this double charge, which is a bit scary for me, but if I hold, that's very interesting. And we'll see, even if I don't hold. I think here the main problem is if I don't hold, that could be something for him to score potentially the second turn in a row, all the ground. So that could be very important. I'm able, obviously, to get 2 units within the center like him. So we go with, or I think, yeah, that's how it went. We go with, let me check. -1 to wound, got dispel, 4 dice against 5 dice. Really wanted to get that out, obviously, from the close combat. Got Rain of Fire on my BSB. Managed to do 2 wounds on the BSB, who has a 1-up, so it's a 5. So I'm still alive, and then the pistol shot, I have resistance fire, is able to kill my BSB. So that was a bit unlucky for me. Shouldn't have happened, but that's how it is. Close combat, yeah, he loses by a bunch. I have Dragon Roar doing a lot. He didn't do much, and he loses by 6. He broke with the Shadow Fur, but not with the second unit of Rat. So basically, it's still okay. He's still here in the combat. He had like 7 rollable to hold, which he did. So that was fine for him. My turn 5, I'm able to counter charge and retire the primary in this turn. My turn 5, I counter charge into the flank, reposition the levies within 9, push with the other levies for the next turn. Here's the Stygian Breaker. I charge, he flees, so he's automatically dead, and I reposition those guys toward the middle. So as you can see, the game is looking better and better. He doesn't see the middle, so I just need to do some damage now to the Shadow Fur and get control of the primary, because for the moment he has 1 more point than me, but now I have a lot of scoring within 9, so that should be fine to win in this turn. In the magic phase, got Dragon Roar in the close combat. He dispel Hereditary, Rocket Battery, kill the prefect in the middle of the map. That's nice. And then I kill 1 rat here, but mainly to do him -1 for the charge against this guy, to make it from a 3-up to a 4-up. So we'll see if he can do that or not. Close combat, yeah, I catch him. I'm going to double pursue to the right. I have to go to the right, because if not, he would be able to see me. And I really want to get those guys, because he has double assassin in the unit, he has drill team, lot of points. So I want to get all of that, so I just pursue this way. He's turn 5, he attempt to charge my flank with his Shadowfur Stalker. He charged with big unit on 4+, he made it, so had to let that go. He's going to rally those guys this turn, even if he's far away from his leadership. He managed to do it, and the other Shadowfur go into position to charge me. In the magic phase, he got... I dispel Rain of Fire, because I didn't want him to delete 1 of my rank in the combat against Immortal in the flank, because I got 2 rank and a standard while he has a charge and flank, so we got a same combat result. Shooting, he killed 3 Immortal, he rally on 5, and then I win by 1, and I'm able to reform. Close combat, I'm auto-breaking, but he cannot pursue because I would flank charge him. So it just reforms, and I'm going to rally next turn. My turn 6. And yeah, this time I win the primary because I got 2 units, he has only 1. Turn 6, like that. So I try to play it safe. I just bring 3 scoring units within the middle, because this one is almost dead. And I'm thinking if you do a lot of magic and shooting on them, he could easily get those guys, and then it's only 1 scoring against 1, and I don't win the primary. So I just secure the primary, push those guys forward, I chaff his main block, and I accept him to take those guys, then I cannot make my secondary, unfortunately. But I wanted to be really safe on the primary here and not play it ballsy and then not win the primary. In the magic phase, I got a 5d3 on the Shadow Fury, so I just want to get rid of them. So I kill one unit. Then I got Dragon Roar on my Immortal in the close combat, yeah, or Immortal here. I'm going to do some damage with the Nafta. He dispelled the cage. Those guys flee. I'm not going to catch them. And that's about it. He's 6. As you can see, has not much left. Going to rally those guys on 5, which is nice to save the point. Those guys going to break, but they are going to escape. And that's about it. How we end the battle. And I got, like you can see, 3 scoring in the middle, so I win the primary. It ended up being a 17-3. We didn't make our secondary, but I win the primary, and I'm up on point as well. Post-game analysis. Yeah, I think the priority to start was a wrong idea. I think it would have been much better to choose his side instead. Because also when something that I didn't really pick before the game or anticipated is that letting him play second allows also him to ambush and score the center at the same time. So basically to have control on who scored the center. And I think he definitely should have taken bottleneck, big center, the other part of the map, and I play second. And if he wants to let me start, that's even better. But if I play second, I can be in control of the center. I can put all my good scoring units in the middle. I can easily minimize his Nafta stuff. I can also better deploy my vassal levies, maybe one of them out of the flamethrower. So I think, yeah, definitely I got the wrong idea here, the wrong priority. Counter push allow me to win the primary. Turn 3 ID, yeah, key turn where the Nafta disappointed and put me a bit under pressure, but at least my rocket delivered. Turn 4 VS, getting the BSB while in the open. I think was a bit lucky for him to get those rain of fire 2 wounds and then kill me with the pistol, was the main thing here. Like I said, I forgot to make him reroll on the rain of fire, so also my bad. Maybe I would have survived on that, I don't know. But yeah, was a bit unlucky for me. I still think it was fine to charge the BSB out to reposition the general unit and shoot. Turn 4-5, Immortal being Immortal. They were winning those combat actually. Obviously Dragon Roar helped me on the right, but still I won by 6, so even without Dragon Roar that would have been fine. And then I got some good counter charge, so yeah, that was what I was mentioning at the beginning of the video. Basically those combat are risky for him, even with some lot of bodies. I mean, I'm so resilient and then I strike well on his unit. It's harsh for him to win a combat like you saw. Even with the assassin and so on. So maybe, yeah, he fluffed a bit in the combat, obviously, and I also got the good Dragon Roar at a good time. But yeah, it wasn't so easy for him, definitely, to go into those combats. And end game, I just focused on the primary, try to secure that win on the primary, which is very important. Wasn't easy to get it. I think I put myself alone in trouble by this macro idea of starting is better than the side. And I think he definitely made the game more difficult than it should have been. I think that's a key thing to remember for me. Confirmation about the matchup, I think I have all the tools to cause him trouble, and we saw that in this battle. I think it's not an easy match for VS. And Pyro and Rocket did a ton of damage, definitely. Nafta didn't do as much as expected, but definitely the Pyro and Rocket did a ton of damage, and that was huge in the matchup, definitely. Okay guys, that's all for this battle report for me. Thanks to my opponent for the game. Talk to you soon for game number 3. Goodbye.